It's Friday night and we all look a little bit like Raleigh, and you've got nothing better to do, so that means it's time for Since the Last Show with Avery Lithium Iode Ray Logue and Raleigh Lithium Poisoning Hampson. Due to fear about living in the end times, we are bringing the show to you live from the bunker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SLS. Like it or die.
Welcome back to SLS, the show.
It's been a time of longness, quite a while since we've seen you.
And we're still not seeing you, because this is a recording.
Shoot, mon ami. La secret, vous l'avez dit.
A lot has happened since the last show. Since the last show, get it? Slus? Oh!
Lots of people have passed away.
Seriously, guys. This is serious, alright? Stop joking around, alright?
Serious health issues such as coronavirus and restaurant closures have taken hundreds of thousands of First Amendment rights away. Also lives.
As a result of being stuck at home, sitting for too long playing video games has plagued our country for almost a year.
Our backs are bent, our arms are tired, and our balls are empty.
And we went to sea in a sieve.
Destructive societal phenomena such as pandemics and online classes have crushed people's hope like a bug.
So, let's take a moment to look back at this year and remember the lives that have been taken from us too early.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Ladies, please remove your OnlyFans accounts.
Kids, please remove your cursed generation.
Let's take a moment of silence. But we'll have to kind of do it, speed run it, because it's a lot of buckets are kicked. A lot of people died.
So many ghosts have been given up. It's like a Guantanamo prisoner exchange.
So many farms have been bought up. It's like Stalin's nationalizing Iowa.
So many daisies have been pushed up. It's like their delts must be massive.
Here we go. Sports news, NFC East, more like NFC Least.
Washington football team? Oh, you better believe there's a sketch coming your way, world. Washington football team, more like Washington Kyogres.
More like Washington Dallas Cowboys.
More like Washington Tom Brady's.
More like Washington AIDS. Speaking of AIDS, what's your movie of the year, Raleigh?
I didn't watch any movies, but I did watch a musical.
Sounds just like you.
Yeah, I watched Hamilton a couple times. It's basically epic rap battles of history.
Raleigh, stop embarrassing me in front of everyone.
This is a podcast.
Yeah, I don't want people to think we hang out. Ew.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah.
But speaking of musicals, recently the director, Spike Lee, changed direction on his musical about Viagra.
Must have been a hard choice.
You'd think he'd be going up with it. I wonder what happened.
He probably decided to go up and curve it more towards the right, like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man in a pleasant wind.
Raleigh, are you trying to tell me something?
And it's kind of unevenly bushy from time to time, but mostly towards the left side.
What are you talking about?
The state we live in.
Anxiety?
No, like state as in the country.
What does this have to do with the musical about Viagra?
Viagra? I thought you said Virginia.
How did you get Viagra and Virginia confused?
One's living hard and the other's hard to live in.
God damn it.
There's no difference.
Fuck you, Raleigh.
Fuck you, Avery.
Well, you know what they say. Virginia is for lovers.
Okay. Woohoo.
In other news, I'm sure you're all tired of hearing an election happened. And Nevada took its sweet time counting the votes.
To be fair, I don't know how to count either.
That's what you get for being an English major.
I'm also a history major.
Is that why you're always bringing up the past?
No, Avery. It's to remind you of what you're running away from.
At least I'm not scared of numbers.
Dude, numbers go up way too high. It leaves me out.
Raleigh, you're the human equivalent of an abacus.
And that's why you can always count on me. But I can't count for you.
Number 9?
Oh, God. Number 9. The disgusting liberals carried Joe Biden's geriatric liver and attached appendages and his spotted tuchus to 270 electoral votes, cheating Donnie T out of his second term. Ugh.
Raleigh, do you have any proof of election fraud?
Yeah, it's right. It's right. It's gonna come up right here. One sec. Wait for it. One sec. I'm pulling it up. It's coming. Hold on. It's coming. Sorry, it's taking a while. Be here 1 second. Oh, it's coming. Don't put your eggs before. There's a guy in Michigan who tried stopping someone from voting. Boom.
Astonishing.
Speaking of new presidents, we have breaking news.
Yes, I'd like to be the first member of CNU Tonight to congratulate Kamala Harris in being our next president of the United States.
Yes, Joe Biden was found dead after being pushed down the steps. After falling down the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
Yes, the CIA has reported that Joe Biden shot himself in the back 7 times, and he hit the final step on the way down just in the right angle to pop his head clean off.
Who could have seen this coming?
I don't think you really mean that.
Man, at least JFK got to ride in that fancy car before the government assassinated him. I mean, before he was shot by that random hunk.
Is that the dude with the funny voice?
You mean the guy who talked like this?
Raleigh, I'm afraid this bit has gone on for too long. It's time to move on.
And so it is.
I couldn't even imagine leaving the comfort of my own basement.
Is that because that's where you keep your alcoholic beverages?
I'm just saying, if I were to move to Mexico, it'd be strictly for the alcohol.
Avery, I need you to swear to me.
Fuck you, Raleigh.
I meant like a promise.
Fuck you, Raleigh.
You need to sober up. Be more like me.
Uptight and acts like a square?
I'm offended by the truth that escapes from your chapped lips.
I don't remember this episode of Drake and Josh.
You know, Avery, I think we're kind of like Drake and Josh.
Now that you mention it, you're completely wrong.
Well, no, think about it.
I lost my sense of thinking ages ago.
Drake was the Chad figure of Drake and Josh, and Josh was that hyper-virgin kid who took years to grow into something more comfortable. Sound familiar?
Interesting.
What I'm saying is that I'm Drake, and you're Josh.
Wait, hold on. I wasn't listening to you until now, and I completely disagree.
Don't be ignorant, you uneven elbow.
Obviously, I'm Drake. I mean, come on. Look at me.
Just because you're Drake doesn't make me Josh, though.
No, Raleigh, I think it does.
Actually, I've had a change of heart. I am Josh. You're right for once in your life, Avery.
Of course I am.
Josh grew up to be a successful husband, father, and content creator, and Drake Bell ended up having to move to Mexico to escape the failures of his career. Sounds like you're on the same path, Avery.
Raleigh, you're a stinky pee-pee poo-poo, and I don't like you. If you didn't know, the electric vehicle company Tesla CEO and future president Elon Musk named his kid, it's a diphthong, it's probably A-E.
I actually kind of like the name.
Says the person named Raleigh.
Hey, my father named me my name to honor our British ancestors that arrived in America on a paddle boat.
Your ancestors came in a paddle boat?
Yours didn't?
No, mine came from England. They teleported over with racism and Parliament. Hey, Raleigh.
What?
Plantasia.
In other news, the uvula is...
Wait, no, listen. All right. You know how you said you like synthesizers?
I never said
There's
that.
this guy, Mort Garson.
Damn, that sucks.
He made a synthesizer music for plants because certain kind of music helps plants grow.
That's definitely not true.
It is. Observe. Look. Look at your devil's ivy.
Nutmeg?
You see? I knew the Earth Mother still lived in our floral decorations.
We have a special guest on the show tonight.
Raleigh, the term is mentally challenged.
We have on our show tonight a historical figure making an appearance.
A very rare endangered breed. An anime-watching male who doesn't masturbate.
Hiya, Tim.
Gamers?
Tim, are you a good Christian boy?
Well, I'm a Christian, and I'm a boy.
But you're not good.
I've evolved beyond your silly normie labels. There's good, there's evil, and then there's PogChamp.
Tim, are we witnessing the advent of PogChamp as the new post-death of God morality?
Weird champ.
Tim, what does this have to do with anime?
Ask Raleigh. Keck W.
Raleigh, what does this have to do with anime?
Poggers.
it begins.
Well, this cult sounds fun, but I have to be home by 7 for book club, and I'm allergic to Kool-Aid.
Also, I'm Parks and Rec on Twitch.
Sorry, Tim, your segment has ended. Because it's a segment, not a line. Nor is it a ray.
Anywho, that's all for me today. I'm rating Avery and Raleigh. Thanks for watching.
Tim, this is a news segment, not a Twitch stream.
Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, gamers. Give them some pogs in the chat for me. Bye!
What?
I didn't know weebs were such babies.
There's nothing wrong with babies. Babies are great. Babies are indestructible. They can survive anything. I fell down 3 flights of stairs when I was only 6 months old.
That explains a lot.
Our final bit of news is actually pretty serious.
Given all this talk about pandemics and apocalypses and ends of the worlds, our top scientists here at CNU tonight have done some research into theoretical physics and quantum mechanics. We have some bad news from outer space.
Entropy is coming to swallow us, like a chalky protein shake by a hyper-swollen bodybuilder after a 4-hour iron-pumping orgy.
Thanks, bud. Yes, the heat death of the universe is coming.
Heat needs to go places. If it's in your coffee, it needs to go into the air.
If it's in your atom bomb, it needs to go into Hiroshima.
If it's in high-energy atoms, it needs to be low-energy atoms.
If log must burn, fire good. Fire is law.
All atoms in the universe are always trying to get to a lower energy state, and thermodynamic reactions are a perfect example of this.
The more energy transfer and heat that is generated in the universe, the more entropy increases. Anywhere, at all, even in our communities.
Every time a boomer grills, the universe gets closer and closer to heat death.
Every time you pass gas, you are complicit in the destruction of creation.
God, what is wrong with you?
If you like entropy, please unfollow, unsubscribe, and do not talk to us ever again. I mean this in the most disrespectful way possible.
God, what is wrong with you? We don't tolerate energyism and atomphobia here at CNU Tonight. We're carbon-kin and proud.
Heat death is cancelled.
Imagine not thinking dark energy is a cosmological constant.
We still have so far to go as a country. God damn.
To prevent heat death, we have to be as cold as possible.
Seconded. Avery, the reason you are unhappy in love is because you don't work on being interesting, which you aren't. See, everyone, this is
No, like literally cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't wrong, though.
We have to be literally cold, alright? No warmth, only cold. Heater, off. Fires, turn them off. Unplug them. Walls, Kool-Aid Man that shit.
I want you all outside in the snow, huddled in groups, freezing beneath the tartan blanket.
Actually, no. Ditch the blanket. No warmth at all. Shiver, freeze, die.
If we all go out in the cold and freeze ourselves to death, we'll have done our part and saved ourselves from the heat death of the universe. Wait a minute.
I've been Avery, stuck in a laundry machine load.
And I'm Raleigh. What are you doing, stepbrother Hampson?
We'll be seeing you tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in to SLS. Stay safe and have a great start to your semester.
We now return you to the war.